trucks, and we have facilities to store and distribute products. We have territory managers that have real close relationships with all the restaurants. That's our area A. And they drew this. Well, then we threw the competitor in there. And their competitor was Haley's. And it's what they basically did is Haley Foods came in here and they said, well, we do all of this. And now I've got a real problem. What happens if you're United now? There's your area A. This is a real case that we really did with the company. And now we're saying, do you really have an area A? They thought they had an area A, but in the end they didn't. Because the competitor came on. And now look at the competitor's area C. Product quality and on-time delivery. Delivery is when the customer wants it. United couldn't do that. Lowest possible prices. Convenient and order process. Courteous drivers. One thing is to have a courteous territory manager or sales manager, but courteous drivers. So the bottom line is that everything that their entire area A became points of parity. And they lost their A altogether once you throw the competitor in. So the question now becomes, how can I throw the competitor into my analysis? Alright? I'm going to give you one more example, then we're going to go to work. Here's the example. This is in Belgium, and these are hotels in Belgium. Okay? Remember how we said these are the attributes? Those are the attributes. Okay? And we have amenities. That's like it has an exercise area, so you can do exercises in the hotel. Or it has a gift shop, and it can also have a great restaurant. Bed quality, very important. You got to have a good bed. Okay? Hygiene, you got to have a clean bed. Okay? There's been a lot of American television shows lately on hotels. And they bring these lights in, and so you can see what's been on the bed, and it is just frightening. And now when you go into a hotel, you're thinking, man, do I really want to lay on that bed? I could tell you stories. Okay, I'll tell you one. The coffee maker. Never made coffee in the coffee maker. You want to know why? Because research shows that that's where women clean their socks. Oh. What? I'm sorry. What a great place. It's a little washing machine. Have you ever done it? Try it. They come out real clean. Hygiene. So people want hotel rooms. I'm sorry. It's gross. Okay. Hygiene. People want clean rooms. They want quiet rooms. Okay? And this is on a scale of 7, the highest on this one. They want price is very important. Price is a 7. Now here's what we have. We have 3 different hotels. Here's the average 1-star hotel. Here's the average 2-star hotel. And Formula 1 is the hotel we did the analysis on. Now look at this. For amenities, it's not very important. And for Formula 1, it's nothing. They have no hotel restaurant. They have, you can't exercise there. You want to exercise, go for a walk. Okay? Because you're not doing it in here. You want the internet? There's an internet cafe down the street. Go enjoy it. Because you're not getting it here. Alright, bed quality, the 1-star, you're sleeping on the ground. 2-star, okay, you got a bed. Formula 1. They got the pillow tops, okay? They got very nice. Now check this. Hygiene, 6. 2, 5, it's a 6. That's good. Room quietness, they wanted a 5. 1-star, you can see the 1-star just doesn't match up to what the customer wants at all. So it makes you wonder, who's staying in the 1-stars? And if you've ever stayed at a 1-star, you'll never stay there again. 2-star comes closer. The Formula 1 is very, very good, except price. So they have to sit back and say, well, if my competitor is here, I've got to do something about price because they're beating me there. They're beating me there. I'm doing better on quietness. And customers may want to pay for that quietness. They may want to pay that additional price. If that's the case, great. It's a differentiated advantage. Not a lot of difference there, not a lot of difference here, there's a big difference here. So these guys are probably investing, well, it's pretty important though, isn't it? And we have no amenities. We may want to get a fax machine. You know, we may want to put in a hot point for internet. Now, so what we've done is introduce the competitor and kind of rated how they do on these amenities. And we've got this importance point out here as well. Now, the worksheet for this is there. Okay? And it's in your worksheets. It's the third one. I can't find it immediately, but trust me, it's your third worksheet. You find it? Oh, thank you. You'll notice it's your third worksheet. Okay? And here's what you're going to do. You have, I put location here just as an example. You write your attributes down here. You take those from page 1, right? You have importance, high, medium, or low. Don't put a number. Just put high, medium, or low. Okay? For a segment. Pick a segment. Okay? We've got segment 1, segment 2, segment 3. We have those. Now watch this carefully. It's what we're going to do now is we're going to say for this particular attribute and this segment, how do we rate and how does the competition rate? And it's on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, 1 being the worst. Okay?
How would you discover, say, or pick out the attributes you have to query?
It's what you're going to use on today. Today, you're going to use the ones you got the attributes.
But in the real case,
you're going to talk to the customer. You're going to have to talk to the customer. Because all we're working on right now are hypotheses.
that's it.
Very good question. Very good question. Excellent question. Because what he asked was, okay, you guys came up with attributes, but how do you know they're the right ones? The only way is to talk to a customer. It's the only way. But the way I usually do is you've got to talk to more than one customer. I usually say you've got to talk to at least 5 customers. At least 5. I'm working with a company right now in Germany. I'm going to be going back to Germany in October. This is where they're at right now. And I met with them in May. They've gone through all these worksheets, and it's what they're doing now between May and the time I see them, the first week in October, is talking to customers. There's 5 members on each team. Each team member is going to talk to 5 to 10 customers. And then they're going to come together and say, were we right? Great question. The only way to really get this is from a customer.
Since we cannot be everything to everyone all the time, how do we choose the customer set we're going to interview?
Beautiful question. He asked this one. How do you know which customers you're going to interview? And I hate to say this, it depends. Because if I've got a restaurant, the thing I like to do is I'm a professor, so when I do my research, it's random selection. However, you can't be all things to all people. And if I'm in the mining business, I may only service 3 or 4 mines, but they're the big mines. I want to make sure that I get them. If I'm in the restaurant business, I want to get somebody from the morning, and somebody from the afternoon, and somebody from the evening. You follow me? So I'm going to mix it up. This company that I'm meeting with in October from Germany, and I'll be seeing them in Frankfurt, I'll tell you, they're mixing it up so they get all the different customer types within a segment. Because, for example, remember the mobile card where you have the homebody, the mom that's driving with the screaming kids in the back? It's really different if you have older kids than younger kids. Okay? It's very different if you're driving a van than if you're driving a little car that's packed with kids. I've been in both, and neither one of them are fun, but the little car with 10 kids in it, It's more like a clown car. The bottom line is that talking to customers is critical here. But today, we're learning the model. Today, we're making our very best educated guess. But it's what you're going to do now is you're going to write the attributes that you think are important. And you're going to say, for the company and for the competitor. Now, the same goes for the competitor, because you're trying to guess what the customer thinks about that competitor. But you have a pretty good idea as to whether that competitor has the right location or the right technology. You've got a pretty good idea of that. You can probably make a pretty good judgment there. So what you're going to do on this form now is you're going to rate yourself.